From the head pressure and ringing in our ears to the persistent glitching of our digital networks and global geopolitical friction, the current baseline of human reality feels stretched to a breaking point. Simultaneously, Earth's magnetic field is enduring a sustained bombardment of massive solar flares and geomagnetic storms, shaking our nervous systems and disrupting the very technology we rely on for stability. We typically interpret these disruptions as a descent into entropy, but a deeper look at the data suggests a different pattern, a biological and spiritual activation that our current science is only beginning to name. The upheaval we see in the streets and feel in our own bodies mirrors the labor pains of a biological transition, suggesting that a new civilization is attempting to emerge from the wreckage of the old. This era has drawn a rare consensus among a roundtable of scientists and esoteric observers, from the astrophysical perspectives of Carl Sagan to the regression data of Dolores Cannon, all tracking a very specific evolutionary arc. By layering the peak of the current solar maximum over rare astrological transitions, these visionaries identify 2026 as a profound threshold, the moment humanity's collective frequency shifts from a survival-based state into a multidimensional network. Mechanically, the sun functions as a cosmic transmitter, broadcasting specific light codes that interact directly with our magnetic field. These solar waves serve as an accelerator, amplifying our baseline vibration and forcing our true consciousness to the surface. This solar activity coincides with the rare movement of Pluto into Aquarius, a transition historically correlated with the rapid dismantling of hierarchies and the radicalization of collective knowledge. As the sky orchestrates this massive frequency shift, our human biological and emotional systems simply vibrate in resonance, attempting to match the new cosmic rhythm. When this high-frequency energy enters our societal structures, it acts as a planetary detox, placing immense pressure on corrupt or rigid systems that can no longer maintain their integrity. Economic volatility and institutional failure represent the Earth shaking loose outdated methodologies, clearing the path for systems that are more adaptable to this heightened vibration. The dissolution of these structures provides the necessary space for rebirth. The old world must yield its territory to allow a more resilient humanity to take root. This frequency shift prompts a biological response, described as DNA activation, where latent traits, such as heightened intuitive perception, begin to manifest. This rapid recalibration explains why many feel physically drained. The human body is struggling to integrate a higher informational load. As the human network stabilizes at this higher frequency, we approach the 2026-2027 window, a collective threshold where our vibration becomes compatible with a broader cosmic reality. This stabilization leads towards disclosure, not as a hostile arrival, but as a meeting with a galactic family that occurs only after we have evolved past fear-based survival instincts. By shedding the limitations of the ego, we begin to redefine ourselves, expanding from isolated individuals to participants in a vast cosmic citizenship. While ancient texts often speak of fixed destiny, the mechanics of consciousness suggest that the future exists as a series of probabilities rather than a predetermined fate. Reality functions as stacked parallel timelines. Our consciousness serves as the tuning mechanism, shifting our experience between dense or bright layers based on frequency. Psychics simply read the most probable outcome based on our current vibration. If that changes, the outcome shifts. Our destiny is not a single script already written, but a broad curriculum of the soul that allows us to choose the specific events we wish to resonate with. To begin transitioning toward the highest possible timeline for 2026, we must change how we engage with the world around us. Rather than looking to external institutions for power, the focus must shift to healing internal trauma, the primary anchor that holds individuals in dense, fear-based layers of reality. Aligning with the path of least resistance requires us to follow our highest excitement, a navigational signal guiding us toward the most expansive timeline. We are the active participants in this stage of evolution, witnessing a new frequency rise within us, even as the old systems fade. The new Earth is a state of being we are currently becoming.